Good morning, friends. It is Kara with Kinsley's Creative Palette, and I am coming to you live today to paint a tiered tray set for whatever we're painting for St. Patty's Day. And friends, I had to Google. It was kind of funny. I had to Google how is the right way to say St. Patty's Day. Is it with two T's? Is it with two D's? And I got a little bit of education, so it was kind of funny because I actually saw where if you shorten Paddy's with two T's, it is Patricia, but if you shorten Paddy's with two D's, it's Patrick. And so I was like, oh, well, okay, that's why. That makes sense. So anyway, good morning. I am going to, well, I was trying to pin a comment. I don't know. I'm not really good with that. Let me undo that. Okay. So in the comments, I have linked to the kit that I'm painting today. And if you don't know me, I'm Kara with Kinsley's Creative Palette. And my mission is to help women relax and live a happier, more, joyful life using creativity. And I do that with paint and wood mostly, but I also kind of mix it up with other things. So today I am doing a tiered tray set. Good morning. And mine is a little bit messed up because I usually do mine out of the scrap wood. So if you order one, it'll be, the better wood. But I tend to, I don't like to waste. So I always do my samples are always like the rejects. So anyway, I just wanted to say good morning, and I'm going to get all this set up. And if you don't know what a tiered tray set is, which you probably do, but they're just really cute little trays that you can purchase or make your own, and you can decorate for all the seasons. And so I kind of got into it a few months ago, and now I love to change out my tiered tray decor. And so I'm just going to paint one of these so you can see. So I'm setting up all my pieces right now, and this whole set it's $34.99 with free shipping. So that includes your shipping. And it comes with all of these pieces, and I'm going to kind of assemble them, and then we'll kind of take them apart just so you can see what they're going to look like. And then we'll take them apart and actually paint them. Oh, you're welcome, Tracy. It was so funny because I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to put D's or T's. And so I thought, you know what? Before I go live, I'm going to look it up so that I'm not offending anyone. And it actually says that they get very offended if you call it Paddy's with two T's because you're doing the female version. And that's not what it's supposed to be. It's St. Patrick's Day. So anyway, I just thought that was cute. Okay. So I'm putting all these little pieces together so you can see what they all look like. Now, if you order from me, they all come bundled in a, what do you call it? They all come bundled like shrink wrapped with all these little pieces. And what I do to make it helpful is I actually secure them with painter's tape. And thank you so much for sprinkling. Yes, please do. And if you would like to know every time I go live, open in your phone browser, go to textkara.com, and you'll be able to get on my text list. All you have to do is, here comes my daughter. All you have to do is send me a quick text message, and I will respond. So that's how you'll know I send out text messages letting you know I'm going to be live. Okay, so I package these with painter's tape. And the painter's tape, I do not want you to throw it away when you get it. What I want you to do, yes, you may. What I want you to do is I want you to take that tape off. It's going to look like this when you get it. I promise I'll get into painting in just a minute, but I just want you to understand that this is not trash. It comes in your kit. It's going to be taped like this. Okay. So it's going to be taped like this. And it kind of looks a little bit tacky. It's not my favorite way. Sorry, where am I going? It's not my favorite way to package, but it's very helpful for you if you don't have painter's tape of your own. Because what you're going to do is you're going to gently take your numbers or letters off. Then you're going to flip your painter's tape upside down. You're going to tuck the two corners, and you're going to secure it to a piece of paper or whatever it is that you want to secure it to. Then you're going to put your letters or numbers back on there so that they're easier to paint. That way, when you're painting, they're not moving around, okay? So when you get your packet in the mail, you'll see that it's all secured with painter's tape and probably shrink wrap. It just depends on what's best for that kit. And I want you to reuse that painter's tape. So my kit did not have painter's tape because I didn't shrink wrap it and all the things. But I'm just going to start putting all of my letters together. And I kind of separate them on the tape by the color that I'm going to paint. So for example, these right here are going to be light green. And this is also going to be light green. So I'm going to grab it and I'm going to put it up here. That way I can do all of the light green at the same time. Hello, Miss Kristen. Thank you, Laura, for sprinkling. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So it's going to take me a few minutes to get set up, but just hang with me. Y'all can ask questions. I have 2 monthly painters groups. Laura and Kristen are in those groups. So is Miss Deborah. No, Deborah, this is not the February box. Your box, have you gotten it yet? It's awesome. It is awesome. Just so you know, it is awesome. So Deborah was asking if this is the February box. So I do 2 memberships. One is a door hanger painting membership. And this, let me go this way. This was our painting for this past month. And I also do a DIY home decor box membership. And last month, I was going to show you, but it started to fall. Hold on. Whoops. Okay, so sorry about that. That was a disaster. Okay, somebody's got to laugh at me. Can somebody laugh at me? So last month in our DIY home decor box, we did this double-sided, home decor sign. It's just a little tag that you can set out. And I set mine right by my tiered tray. Okay, so I can't believe nobody laughed at me when I just about dropped that entire palette. Anyway, that's what we did last month. This month is spring and it's amazing. And I can't wait to do it. The live reveal is next week on Tuesday. And so if you're wondering, you're like, what are you talking about? So every month I mail you a box of like an entire craft supply project or craft project. The only thing you might need additionally would be maybe scissors, or if you want a blow dryer to blow dry your paint. You could use a hot glue gun. I do send a little container of super glue, so you don't have to use your glue gun, but a lot of times people like to do that instead. So that box shipped on Wednesday, I believe, to all of our members. And so that's what she was asking me. She goes, is that the box? No, it's not. The box this month is wonderful, amazing. And it is spring themed. You'll be able to leave it up. It doesn't say Easter, so you'll be able to leave it up past Easter. And it'll take you all the way into summer. And what I do, good morning, Marissa. What I do with my members is if you sprinkle and you get someone else to sign up for the box membership and you're a box member yourself, you get an extra bonus in your box. So this month, the bonus was I put in something to make one of the components reversible so they could actually go ahead and start using it now and then flip it around for spring. So anyway, super fun. I love to reward my people for helping others find out about this creative outlet. All right, so I've got all my little pieces right here, and we will be opening that back up. We open for 5 days a month. We take 20 new members a month, and that will be open the first week in March. So if you would like to get on the wait list for that, there's a link. I have posted it. Just go ahead and get on that wait list, and you'll be the first to know. And somebody asked me the other day, why do you only take 20 people per month? It's because I cut everything myself and I package. I do have a couple of people that come and help me package and all the things, but it's just really, it's a lot of work. And I don't want to overcommit and underdeliver. I never want to do that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and this clover tag is going to look like this, but I need to go ahead and put these pieces down here. Okay. So if you're just joining me, don't forget, do we post on Facebook or to your page? Deborah, for what? Are you talking about for getting referrals? If so, you want to post to your own personal profile and show your kit off and let your friends know that they can paint with you. Is that what you're asking? If not, clarify and I will see. Okay, so I've got all those put together. Make sure that when you put these on the tape, that you put them on the right way so that you don't paint the backside. All right, let's see. I'm going to go up here because I can see on there that y'all can still see that. And we're going to do these, and then I'm going to do these letters. Irish. I love this font. I'm going to put that one right there. And then these little pieces are going to be painted black. And I'm going to put them on a piece of tape of their own. No, we have to take a picture for it. Yes. So the idea is if you take a picture and you post it, if you post it to your social media, what it does is it lets your friends know like you got this super awesome box, and then they start asking about it. So you can post to the private group or to the page, but it's in your best interest to post it publicly on your personal profile so that you can get referrals. So that's why we do that contest. It's totally fine. You can always post in the group. But the idea is it's to help you get referrals so that you can get bonuses in your next box. So in order to do that, the best place to post it would be on your personal profile. And then you'll be able to answer the questions like Miss Belinda did that this week. And she had several people that were interested. So then if anybody signs up, she'll automatically get a bonus in her next box. Yeah, you can do it on Instagram. You can do it on Facebook, wherever you want to. Okay, I've got all these little pieces, friends. And I think, I'm going to tack that one right there. I think I'm about ready to start painting. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint white because white always takes multiple coats. And I need to grab a makeup sponge. So give me just a second. I forgot to get that. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. All right, so my favorite way to paint tier tray sets is with makeup sponges, and you will get 3 in your package if you order the kit. And all I do basically, I put them in my paint. I'm gonna put this up here so you can see. Kind of put them in my paint and then dab some off. Oh, did it just freeze? No, I think we're good. And then I just start painting. So I'm gonna put all the pieces that I want painted white together. I want these 3 pieces, and then I want this banner painted white. So I'm just gonna kind of just dab and get that paint on there. You can paint with a paintbrush if you want to. You can smooth this out after you dab some on. I just really like the way the makeup sponges help with the paint distribution. They make it so fast. All right, so I got that one painted. I'm going to move it out of the way so y'all can see the others. I'm going to have to do, this tag was really warped. Yours won't be like that. This was, like I said, my scrap wood. I'm going to paint this back side. It's just kind of the nature of wood sometimes is I get some sheets that are just completely warped and then other sheets that aren't. I was going to tell y'all about that second. So we talked about the home decor box membership, and that's reopening here the first week in March, and it'll be for the next box. And it's always a surprise. So you have no clue what you're getting. All I can tell you is that I do my best to make it amazing every single month. And it's funny because the members that this was the second box. It was only the second box we've done. But the members who have opened their box and have seen what's inside, they have already said, oh my gosh, this is even better than last month. And I've already got the box for next month done, and it's even better than this one. So my goal every month is to make it just an even better project and just really different. So yes. So y'all, if you have questions, let me know. I would love it if you would sprinkle this with your friends. I have not been live lately. You want me to tell y'all what I did this week? It was kind of a bonehead move. It was kind of like almost dropping that whole palette while I was live. So I was cutting, I did a sale on, and it's still going on Monday, where, and I was going to tell y'all, I forgot, everyone who sprinkles this video through the entire month of March, through the end of March, will be entered to win this bunny cutout. And so I'll do a drawing for that the very end of March. So you'll have time to paint it first part of April. Anyway, so I did a sale, and I was gonna just like mass, like keep cutting. I was gonna cut. So Thursday I came over here and I'm like getting stuff done, and I mean I'm rocking it. I forgot to turn my air compressor on for my laser, and I caught it on fire. Friends, I caught it on fire. So I was supposed to go live twice Thursday. My daughter actually ended up calling me right before my second live, and she needed to go to urgent care. So it was one of those days I was like, it just wasn't meant for me to go live. So I messaged Shelly, who is over the crafters group, and I said, hey, I'm so sorry. I was supposed to go live right now, and I've got to go get my daughter from school and take her to the doctor. And so I had to reschedule for this morning. And man, friends, like, do y'all ever do like stupid bonehead things and then your whole day is shot and you're like, I just need to start over tomorrow? I kind of did need to just start over. All right, I'm just putting a second coat on all of these. I'm going to move this up a little bit so you can see. This one's not all the way dry, this one right here. So we're going to wait a second, and I'm going to start putting paint on these. Now, these would be good to tape down to. I just didn't, but it would make it easier for you. Just going to dab them on. Y'all see, I did St. Patrick's Day nails this week. They're all glittery. And don't forget, if you sprinkle with your friends, everyone who sprinkles the video will be entered to win the bunny door hanger cutout. So Laura, let's talk about that for a second. So it's not permanently damaged, but it's not cutting the way it was cutting. So I've been working the last couple days, well, really ever since I broke it, to get it fixed. And it's now an alignment issue. And so I'm over here this morning. When I'm done with all of this, I'm going to be working on trying to get it fixed. So yeah, it was a disaster. It was not a mistake I ever want to make again. Okay, so on this piece right here, I just need to paint the hat, that middle part, white. But it's going to be easier for me to just paint the whole thing with one coat of white than to try to just paint that. And the reason that I'm okay with painting the whole thing white is because we're going black over it, so we're not going to have to worry about it not covering. And if you ever get like little paint boogies on your makeup sponge, just wipe them off. I love to keep this paper on hand so that I can just wipe off right onto the paper. So yeah, I'm hoping it, I mean, it's not permanently damaged. I just need to get my alignment back in order. And it's just a learning curve. Like it's just like any other machine. I don't know if any of you have like Silhouettes or Crickets or those machines, but like you just have to learn them. And I got it in November and I'm just kind of still in that learning process. So I was going to say though, we do open our door hanger membership in April. Oh, Deborah, thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. We do open our door hanger membership in April. And there's two options. You can either do digital or you can do where you get a mailed sign every month. And that membership comes with discounts. So it's a little bit different than the box membership, but it comes with 50% off all digital templates and 20% off all kits and blank door hangers. So a lot of my members are in both. So they can get both projects and they get the discounts. So that is opening up in April. And honestly, if you get on the wait list for the DIY home decor box, you'll also find out when we open the virtual paint party membership. All right, I'm going to put another quick coat on here. This white had some paint boogies in it. Another quick coat of white on here. One thing I will tell you guys about the shiplap signs, whenever you're doing these that are kind of etched with shiplap, if you'll keep a toothpick handy, you can actually paint it and then go back and kind of score those lines so that you can keep those shiplap lines. That way you don't lose any of that detail. It's just another kind of tool that I like to keep in my paint arsenal. And I had someone ask me, why do you put the detail? Like, why did I do Irish and the rainbow and everything on here? It's to help you line up your pieces after you paint them. So it's just to help you line them up. It's not, you don't have to be precise and like paint in those. It's just a kind of a helpful thing that I try to do to make your putting your kit together easier. All right. I wish I knew if I can make, hold on just a second. I'm going to see. I'm just going to try to make it so it doesn't show me. Brand. No, okay. I was going to try to get rid of the paint cam words, but I can't do it. I'll move that. Move another coat on this. Now this was one of the pieces that was shiplapped. So you would want to take something sharp like a toothpick. And I have one over here. I had one. Let me grab a new one. Okay, so all you're going to do to get those lines back is you're just going to take your toothpick and you're going to set it down in that score line and then drag across. Okay, and it doesn't need to be perfect. It just kind of gets that score line back on there for you. Can y'all see that? There we go. And you want to do that the last coat of paint that you put on. Sometimes it's kind of hard to stay in those lines, but once you put the other pieces on, you're not really going to notice if you messed up just a little bit. And you got to remember, it's hand painted, not machine painted. So we're going to see little imperfections. That's okay. But this is how you can just kind of get that shiplap look again. Okay, so I've got, let me kind of hold that up. You see how you put those lines back in? Hope that's helpful to someone. Let me get back to comments. Okay, so now I'm going to start painting. Oh, I need to put another coat of white on these, and then we'll start painting the other colors. I started with white because it is the color that takes the longest to cover the most amount of coats. So I just like to kind of start with that, get that out of the way. And I do have a couple of these ready to ship. I also have some Easter and some spring tier tray sets. And then I had a really cute one for Valentine's Day. I have a couple more of those that are still in stock that I can ship out within a couple days. But most of my cutouts ship within 5 days. Some of them even ship the next day or the same day. It just depends on if I already have some stock cut or not. And then, guys, I also did this cute little garland. And I have that in my shop. It's $12 with free shipping. And it's just a fun little inexpensive banner project that you could hang on your mantle. You have a piece of furniture, hang an entryway. It's just a really cute and inexpensive little craft project, maybe for the weekend. Okay, let me see if there's anywhere else I need to paint white. I think that's it. So I'm going to leave these off to the side. I'm going to put a little bit more. This one is really soaking up the paint. So let me smooth that out, put another quick coat on. And now we're going to move on to another color. So I'm going to do the gold next. And all these little pieces need to be painted gold. So yes, isn't it so fun? Wasn't that garland fun? So Wendy just said the garland was super fun to paint. And it's, like I said, it's $12 shipped. So not going to break the bank. You can even buy one for your, and you do one and your kids do one. What I've seen some people do is their kids paint the back side and they paint the front side, and then they hang it in a window so that on the outside, the kids part shows. And then on the inside, you know, the adult part shows. Okay. I'm going to tack these little pieces on. This, like that. There we go. And I also want to do, these letters are also, or numbers, sorry, numbers are also going to be painted gold. So I just kind of like look at my project and see what all is going to be painted gold, and then I'm going to paint it all at the same time. So let me grab, I have this, it's called antique gold. If you don't have gold, what you can do is you can take yellow and you can add a tiny drop of brown to it, and you can kind of make your own gold. Okay, so I'm going to get my makeup sponge, the white one that I just used. I'm going to use it again. I'm going to dab some off, and then I'm just going to start painting the gold. Now you can do the same thing with your toothpick. With this, you can go back and you can get those score lines back if you want to. Trying to see what all the paint gold. I'm going to dab these. And I'm going to dab this. A little bit more, make it a little bit brighter. Okay, I like the way that looks. I can still see those score lines, so I'm not going to rescore those. Now, one of my rainbow pieces needs to be gold. Go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to set this makeup sponge to the side because I'm probably going to want to come back and put another coat of gold on. Actually, it looks really good with just one coat, so I may not. Let me do another quick dab across here. And then I think I might be done with the gold. Yeah, I think it looks really good. Okay, so now we're going to go to, I'm going to do the red. I've only got a little bit of red. It's just on the rainbow, so I don't need much. And I'm going to use, I'm going to use a brush for this since I only need to do a little bit. And I'm going to do the big one red. See how much easier it makes it when it's tacked down to paint it? And you don't have to worry about getting, like having to hold it down with one finger and paint it with the other, or one hand and paint it with the other. So I'm just going to paint that. It's drying really fast, so I'm throwing another coat on just so we can get good coverage. Normally, you'd want to let your paint dry and then come back and add a second coat. All right, so I've got this one, and then I'm going to do blue. I've got blue, orange, and purple on our rainbow. I'm going to get a little, just a dab of orange. I got way too much red, by the way. Dab of orange, and that's going to be my next one. All right. Now I did cover up my white makeup sponge. So I want to do a little bit more white because I can still kind of see through this. So before I go to my next color, I'm going to put another coat of white on. Some people use chalk paint and get a better coverage with it. I have never used, I've used it here and there, but that might be a good alternative if you don't want to have to do a bunch of coats of white paint, to just use white chalk paint. So Wendy says that her granddaughter painted the backs and she did the fronts, and she's 5, and so she's so proud. That is so awesome. That is awesome. I love to get kids involved whenever I'm painting and doing creative things because it gets them away from their screens. They do it builds their self-esteem. They get really excited that they made something new, or that they decorated something, and then you're going to use it to, hang up and show off. Our kids' self-esteems get trashed so much that anything we can do to kind of build them back up, I say go for it. Because the Lord knows that they're not going to get it in the world. They're only going to get it from us. I'm getting a little bit more white paint. Well, good morning, Miss Mary. All right. Okay, so I did that one. I'm going to grab a little bit more. Do this one. And this one. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to green because I've got a lot of green to paint. And I forgot to get green. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Friends, there's some days I think if I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. Y'all ever get like that? Mary, happy birthday. All right, friends, this is Christmas green. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the Christmas green, but then I will probably add some white to it so that we can get some variations on this shade of green. Move that out of the way. So I'm going to go into this one that had white on it. And I'm just going to kind of dab over here with a little bit more white. Let me put more white on my plate. I'm going through some white today. When y'all paint, does your plate ever look like a disaster? Does it ever look like a disaster? Because mine is just like, I've got colors everywhere. Okay, so my lightest green is going to go on these. I'm just going to dab these. They're just going to kind of be a pale green. Get a little bit more. I'm just kind of mixing the green on my plate with the white and making a really pale green out of that same Christmas green color in white. It looks really bright on the camera, but it's a little bit more muted in person. Okay, now I'm going to go straight green. I'm going to dab some of this off. And we're going to paint this clover, this bright green. There's a paint boogie right there. Now I'm also going to paint this backing piece, this bright green. I would set all these down to paint them, but I'm running out of space that y'all can actually see. So I decided to just hold some of them and then move them kind of out of the way. I do like the way that if you're painting with a makeup sponge, you can get down in those cracks, like in the wood cracks, crevices. Okay, so there's that one. And I also want to do, see, I did all those. Color I want Lucky to be black. Okay, I think that that's all of that for now. Oh, I do have these up here that I want to paint green. I'm going to get a little bit more green. So I'm going to go a little bit darker. This one again. And then as soon as this starts to dry, you can hit it with a blow dryer if you want. I'm going to do a quick second coat on here. I just looked up and it says my phone has a low battery. And I was at like 60% when I jumped on. So I'm hoping that it will make it. If not, I may have to switch things up. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to switch to the black. And I think with the black, I'm just going to use a brush. You could use a makeup sponge if you want to. I'm just going to use a brush. And I'm going to put black on all the different places. So I've got these four. Let me move this slightly. Okay, I've got these four pieces that I'm painting black. And then I've also got Irish that I'm painting black, these words. Smooth this out so it'll dry quickly. Paint these words. And I've also got, no, I'm going to paint that. Oh, this piece. I'm just going to kind of hold it, paint the top and the bottom. I'm going to try to keep it kind of along this line. So to get your good crisp lines, you're going to load your brush and go slow. And come back this way. Oh, I went too far. All right, I'm going to have to paint that white over again. I paint with a trimmer, so a lot of times when I'm painting, I will make mistakes because I shake. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to plug here. Let me set this down. And I'm going to plug this other in right here. I have to plug the cord in so that we don't completely lose the paint can. Oh, it's going to have to just go like that. Okay, hopefully. Nope, now we've got feedback. Let's see. Audio. Echo cancellation. All right, I'm just going to have to leave it. At least we'll still have the paint can. Okay, so I'm going to paint this bottom part. Okay, and then Lucky is also going to be black. And then I need to paint these others. So I'm going to grab the purple and what other color did I need? Purple and blue. I'm going to use a turquoise. So I'm going to do this one, turquoise. And then I'm going to clean that brush real quick, squeeze all the water out. Then I'm going to do purple, which is right here. Purple is not covering very well. It's going to need a couple more coats. But I'm going to dip back into my black, and because I missed the word clover. Okay, while I have my brush, I'm going to dip in the white. And I still have some black on here. And I'm going to add some white onto this, what do you call this? Pot of gold. I'm just kind of blending it so it's actually turning it gray. And I'm just kind of adding, it's just going to kind of provide a shading effect. I'm going to go back into the black, darken right here through the middle. And right there to those feet. That way those feet are just slightly different color. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to set this one back down. And then I think we have paint on everything except I need to double this up. So let me do a little bit more purple. And then we can start assembling. Okay. I'm going to grab my rag, wipe my hands. And then I'm going to take my glue, which I'm going to use the super glue that I had just a minute ago. And where I put it. Got too much stuff on my table. Does anybody see where I put it? I feel like it's staring me right in the face. Guess I'll have to use a different glue. Get a new one. Okay, so I've got a brand new glue. And I'm going to see if it's not punctured yet, so I'm going to puncture it. And then we're going to put a little bit of glue on. I'm going to start with this piece, and I'm going to pull these black pieces that we painted up. Now, if you're not sure if your paint is dry all the way, you may want to grab a paper towel or something and wipe those edges off. I'm using my microfiber towel because that's what I had. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put some super glue directly on this piece. Do this one. Oh, that's the wrong side. Do this one. Friends, this stuff dries really quickly. So you have to kind of make sure you've got it where you want it and press down. Put it right here. That's the last piece. And I'm going to hold them all for just, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds. Yes, I will. Give me just a second and I'll move the paint cam toward me. Oh, that one didn't stay glued. There we go. Is that better? Okay, so we've got those pieces on. Thank you. I'm going to put some just rows of glue like this so that I only have to do the glue once. And I'm going to do all of these pieces. Deborah, I don't know why it's freezing up. I am sorry. I don't know how to fix that. I got that piece. I'm going to do this one. And the next is going to be my yellow. And I got my blue. And then last but not least, I have purple. I'm going to hold them all down. Let those sit for just a second. Then I'm going to take this little one that we did. We're going to glue it right there in the middle. Keep holding this down. Give that paint time to, or the glue time to set. And now I'm going to put my Irish words on, which are there. Same thing with these. Friends, you don't want your paint to smear, especially black on white. So you want to make sure that you kind of wipe them. So there's no paint transfer. Thank you, Deborah. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm just going to go ahead and put my glue on. And I'm going to gently place my letters. Okay, so this little piece is done. I'm going to show you. I'm going to let it catch up because it looks like it's lagging just a little bit. Now we're going to work on the next part. I'm going to do the banner next. And one thing that I want to do on my banner is I want to add little dots of green. I've got this is just a regular painter's pen. It's not my favorite kind, but it's one that I had in green that had a really fine tip. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do some little dots. Can you see that? Do several of those. Okay, those are done. I'm going to let those dry. I'm going to grab a paintbrush, a really thin one. Get these off. Let me get this green paint real quick. I forgot to paint this part. Okay, so that's done. All right, I'm gonna get a really fine paintbrush. I'm gonna get some fresh white paint. And we're gonna do dots on these little clovers. We're gonna use the back of our paintbrush. And we're just gonna put the back in and then just kind of dot them on our clovers. And I need to go back and I need to paint that where I messed up that white. I'm gonna go ahead and put some white on here. Okay, I'm going to let that dry on its own for just a few minutes while we assemble some of the other pieces. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to glue all of our pieces of gold. Put some glue on there. I'm just going to set these on. Okay, so that little piece is done. We just have to put the banner. These are going to go on here like that. I'm going to glue this piece onto here. I'm just going to hold it down for, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. Then I'm going to start putting, my other hand, I'm going to start putting the lucky and the shamrocks on the banner. Uh-oh. Glued my finger to the letter. I think that's good. So now we're going to I'm going to pause for a second, and I'm going to put this piece on here. I'll hold that down, and I can keep going with my lucky. Okay. I'm going to glue my 17 onto my hat. Both hands. Peel this off. I need to do one more quick coat of white across there where I had to repaint the white on the hat. So let me do that. Okay. And now I'm going to do super glue on the 1 and the 7. Okay, so that little part is just about done. We're going to glue the shamrock on here, but we have to wait until it dries a little bit. So let's work on the tag. I'm going to have to wipe these letters off because they did get some extra black paint. I don't want it to transfer. Just kind of dab it off onto the paper. And I'm going to flip them all over. I put glue on the backs. Okay. Okay. Hey, thank you. Sorry, I was very focused on what I was doing. Didn't want to mess that part up. And put this little, it's like a fake washer on here. And then a couple of these letters I didn't get enough glue on. I was trying to do it one-handed, so I'm going to put a little bit more glue and attach these. Oops. Let me just set that down and leave it alone for a second. Okay, so there's the little clover tag. And I'm going to do a little bit more white paint because this still didn't cover all the way on here. White is so hard, guys, especially if you're painting over black. And I'm going to hit it with the blow dryer. Still not covering, friends. More white. More white. There we go. Okay, now let me blow dry again. Okay, so I'm going to do something else with our pieces before we finish putting them all together. I'm going to grab a little bit of brown, put it on my plate. I'm going to get my makeup sponge and I'm going to kind of mix it with the white and get most of it off. Just want like a little bit of brown. And I'm going to grab these pieces and I'm just kind of going to go around the edges to almost like distress them. You could do this with black if you want to. You do it with whatever color you want. I just chose brown because we have the gold. I just figured that would kind of set it off. So we're just going to go around. It's almost like you're dry brushing those edges just to make them look vintage. Okay. And do that on all of these that have any of this white. Good morning. We are finishing up our St. Paddy's Day tiered tray. Anyone who sprinkles the video will be entered to win a full-size door hanger. It will be the bunny in a pail. That will be for the rest of February, the last couple days, and then the month of March. So make sure that you sprinkle, say hi. If you're not already on my page, on my main Facebook page, love it if you would go join that page. And also, if you want to know every time I go live, you can go to www.textkara.com from your mobile phone and send me a quick text. And then I'll add you to my list and I can let you know every time I go live. Okay. You'll see it's just, we're just adding just a little bit of, I don't know, kind of color around the edges. I think I want to do that to this one too, but I don't want to get it on the green. So I'm just barely touching. I'm just kind of making it look old or worn. All right, and then I think I'm going to do it right here and here, just around this bottom, these feet. And then I kind of do it up here to give that just a little bit of definition. Okay, so that part's done. Still need a little bit more white. I'm probably just going to have to, because I messed that up, probably just going to have to let that dry and then just keep putting white on it until I'm happy with it. And then what I'll do is I'll use my super glue and I'll super glue this little shamrock right there on the hat. So that's going to be super cute, but I'm going to have to wait on that. I'm going to set that off to the side. So I've got my twine. And let me start it. And we're going to finish putting this somewhat together. You just have to just pull it. It's a brand new roll. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to just grab some twine, some scissors. I'm going to pull this through here. How is it? I don't. Somebody's been robbing my craft table. I'm going to stick this through. And what I'll do is I'll pull this through, but I need scissors to cut that piece off. So I've got 1,200 pair of scissors in here. And none of them where I need them. All right, so I'm going to cut this piece. Just going to pull those through. And then we have a cute little tag. You could add beads to this. You could do all kinds of fun stuff to this. You could leave it as is, whatever you want to do. I actually grabbed some ribbon from next door, and I'm going to take and make a super simple bow. I'm going to put these two tails together, almost make like a awareness ribbon. Maybe a little bit too big, maybe a little bit smaller. So almost make like an awareness ribbon. And just bring that, after you make the awareness ribbon, you can either bring this to the front or to the back. I'm going to go to the back. I'm going to turn my tails. So now I just have a cute little ribbon. I grabbed just another piece. You could use twine or you can use a thinner ribbon. You could use the same ribbon. And I'm going to tie it off in the back. To use my teeth here for a second to get it tight. And now you have a cute little easy ribbon, or bow, I should say. I'm going to tie it tighter in the back. And then I'll cut these tails off because I don't want those to show. But now I have just a cute little ribbon to go on this tag. And you can make your, you can stretch or pull these and make them smaller if you want to. I'm going to cut these tails. And then I'm going to cut these pieces off because I don't want to see that. That was just to hold it together. Thank you, Naomi. I appreciate that. And then we will, I'm going to glue it with my super glue right to the top of this tag where the twine is. I just want it to kind of sit right there. Oh, don't glue your finger to the super glue. That's not a good idea. I'm going to move this off to the side while it dries. So that's one of our little pieces. I'm going to move my paint can. Let's see. It's frozen. All right. Y'all can see my little stash of pieces are starting to accumulate over here. I'm going to get this out of the way so y'all can kind of see it all coming together. Let's move paint plate and all of this off to the side. Okay, so now we have this little piece, which, back this way. All right, I'm going to use the jute string, and I'm going to go through these. You have to make sure your little dots that we did are dry. I'm going to go from the front to the back. I guess from the back to the front. Yeah. I'm just going to go all the way through these holes, and we're going to make just a little little bitty garland. Now, it's easier if you will put a piece of tape. If you'll kind of tape the end of your jute string before you try to go through all the holes. It makes it so that it goes through a little bit easier, but I did not do that this morning. Okay, so after we get our pieces on, this is what it's going to look like. You can pull it so that you have enough to tie it off in the back, or you can glue it in the back, whatever you want to do. I'm going to pull these pieces to the middle, and then I'm going to pull this off around the back, and I'm going to tie it off in the back. So let me cut a piece. You want to make sure it's tight enough. I'm just going to tie it off so I don't have to worry about it coming off. Stick that under there. I'm sorry there's a lag, guys. It was going really well until the phone battery started dying. All right, so there's that little piece. Oh, I think it turned out so cute. I hope that y'all like that. I'm going to cut this twine off in the back. And now we're going to work on our banner. Make sure we get it in the right order. So we already have our little clover piece. And then we have this little piece. And now we have our lucky banner. So I'm just going to start threading the twine through this as well. Probably need, it depends on how big your tiered tray is and if you want to tie it off. I'm going to get quite a bit. And I'm actually going to find the middle of my string. And I'm going to start, I'm going to put a U on, wait, let's see. One, two, oh, there's 7 pieces. The C is going to be right in the middle. So this is my middle. I'm just going to hold this. I'm going to go through here. I think I want it to go on the back. So I'm going to put this piece through this side. And then this piece through this side. And now I'm going to even that up in the middle, and I'll do this side going this way. I have to cut a little bit of that off. I've frayed it. Same thing here. Okay, so there's LUC. Let's do the KY and the shamrock on the other side. This is going to be so adorable. Oh, missed the hole altogether. Oh, I didn't show y'all this other little piece that was finished. Let me put that up there for you too. You can see. Okay, so there are those pieces. And then this piece still needs, I'm going to do one more quick coat of white and see if we can finish it up before I jump off. Do a little bit more white. I think that's better. Now I got a little bit of the black on the white. It's one of those like white on the black, black on the white. So I'm going to do a little bit of touch up. Touch up right here. Okay, so there's that little piece. Now I'm going to blow dry, and then we're going to go ahead and put our shamrock on. I want to smooth this out before I finish it because I don't want to come back to it and be like, oh, I wish I would have, I want to put it out, and every time I walk by I think, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Another. There we go. Hit it again. And I put my glue up. Grab my glue. Some of that stuff off the ends. I'm going to just put a tiny dot of glue right here. And then I'm going to set it on there. There is the last little piece. Friends, I absolutely love the way this turned out. Can't wait to go put it on my tiered tray. I'll send y'all a picture. But I hope that you enjoyed this. This kit is available. It's free shipping. It's $34.99. So really it's $24.99 plus $10 shipping, but everybody likes free shipping. So we just include that in the price. But I hope that you had fun. Make sure you sprinkle the video with your friends. And if you would like to do the DIY home decor box with us every single month, make sure you get on the wait list. I put that link in the comments. Also, we will open the virtual paint party up in April, and we would love to have you join us. The virtual paint party gets discounts on everything I offer. So I hope that you will join us. It's a super fun group. We have a private Facebook group where we go live and we paint inside there and do special projects. And we would love to have you. I hope that y'all have a fabulous, fabulous weekend. I hope it's gorgeous weather where you are. It actually was in the 40s here this morning, but it felt amazing. So thank y'all for joining. I will see you later. Bye, friends.